Hey guys, so we have discussed about the top DPS unit for BT phase, and now I want to talk about nukes. So Nuker, single target, AoE, they are very useful and really good, but first, what exactly is that? So in a BT phase, it's rather obvious because they show you the total number at the end. However, for nukes, they actually does really big damage, especially like if they use LD or FR, which you can only use once in a BT phase. So it is not fair to directly say, you know, a certain character is better than the other just because of their BT phase damage. We should also look in the potential where they can burst out a huge sum of damage, which makes them a very good character if you play it correctly, if you set it up correctly. Like if you have Pain, you give them consecutive turns, then they can just go LD, LD, or FR, FR, and that really totals up. Sometimes it's even more damage than a BT phase. So the most famous nukes that we all know is Anna Crow. So Anna Crow LD really hit really hard, and especially in JP, now that she have gotten her BT, she easily hit the hard cap, which is 900,000 damage in each of her HP dumps. So giving her additional like HP damage limit up or things like that will not further boost the damage, and this is something that I would take as a benchmark when comparing with other units. Okay, so first of all, how to utilize nukes. Okay, one of the good way is to get HP damage bonus as high as possible. So sometimes you can enter a BT phase. So if you're not concerned of the BT phase damage, then you can enter it early to get the HP damage bonus up to a high number, and once you hit 999, that's where you spam all the echoes. So certain characters excel even more at that because they really hit hard. Hence we call them a nuke. So for example, if you use Charlotta's FR versus Sarah FR, where Sarah FR has the additional follow-up, definitely Sarah FR is better to use when HP damage bonus is high compared to Charlotta. So Sarah is a better nuke than Charlotta is. So certain advantage, like why do you need to plan to use nukes, is that enemy has threshold. During threshold they do something, and if you have nuke to, let's say they have threshold at 79% and at 59%, and if you are able to hit it hard enough that you just bypass 2 threshold, you only trigger it once. Or if like their threshold is at the end, like somewhere at 30%, and if you attack them when they are at 31 or 32% HP all the way to 0, killing them, then you skip all those threshold shenanigans. And obviously it's very fun for me personally is to set it up and then go nuke. Even if like you enter summon phase and then you start nuking, you will actually do a lot of damage. So this strategy is definitely valid. I believe a lot of people have done it even against Bunit Vels, not too sure how to pronounce that, where you use Anna, Anna, Luna, Hope, or Penelo, where you get Penelo charging the HP damage bonus up, and then Luna providing 4 turns to Anna, then Anna just nukes it down. So for Bunny's case, it's not necessary that you are bypassing threshold, but basically just to quickly bring down its HP. I divided this video showing the top nuker for single target and also multi-targets, and for generic FR without 50% HP damage limit up, and with generic FR with HP damage limit up. So for the comparison, I have Pain's FR without and Setzer's FR with. So let's just start it off with Pain's FR, generic 80%. Obviously the top of the list is Astos. Nothing much to discuss about him. He really hit that hard because he breaks the HP damage limit cap and makes him hit the hard cap, which is 999,000 damage. So he is pretty much insane. Then we have Anna Crow, who also does the same thing because with her BT in the future, she also hit hard cap easily. So her LD really hit very hard. third is Tifa. So Tifa's FR with her follow-up from the BT effect that she has, she is currently the third hardest hitting single target nuke without the additional 50% HP damage limit up from the FR. So this makes her actually a very good character. So if you can align two FR nukes at the end, like what I did in my videos, she really dish out a lot of damage to melt down the enemy's HP. So I've used her in JP in the recent fight against X-Death, who has 600 million HP. She's able to clear the fight within one FR. Obviously not killing it within the FR, but after that, there is no need to activate a second FR. So this shows that her potential is pretty much certain for the next 7 months, right? So if you already have her, it's really good. If you need to get her, yeah, there is actually other single target DPS coming, but she's the faith. She is still very good. So if you really like her, I still do recommend that you should get her. And good news is that she is coming back with Leo. So Leo's banner will feature both Tifa and Leo. So the fourth in the list is Locke. So Locke is just slightly below Tifa, mainly from his HP plus attack, which is 16 HP dumps. And then we have Aranya and then Leo. So I make a mistake here. Leo is supposed to be at number 5 while Aranya is at number 6. So Leo, with his BT, he also have follow-up attack, if I'm not mistaken, 4 HP dumps compared to Tifa, who has 6. But again, his FR also hit really hard, so he is also in this list. While Aranya S1 is 8 HP dumps with 7 HP dump follow-up and a launch. So Aranya is actually the next very strong single target, even AoE target DPS character. Now if we compare it with single target but having a FR that has HP damage, is 50% HP damage limit up, and assuming that we reach 999 HP damage bonus, the positioning kind of changed a little, but the characters are still the same. Where we have Astos and Anacro at the top, there is no change in the value for Astos and Anacro because I already assumed that they hit 999% HP damage bonus. Then we have Locke jumping ahead of Tifa. The reason is because of the 50% HP damage limit up. It does boost up each HP attack of Locke, and he has 16. While Tifa's FR already have very high HP damage limit up, and with the extra 50%, it's not going to boost it that much, since his FR has only 5 HP dumps. So in that case, Tifa drops to number 4, and Aranya and Leo, similar scenario where Aranya has more HP dumps, then get boosted to the 5th spot, while Leo is currently at the 6th. Just for your record, I will be using Tifa Nuke, and I will try to nuke past several threshold against Area 5, 6 war requests, so that I do not have to deal with the shield that much. So I believe that will be the first run that I'll be doing. So do watch out on the advantage of single target nukers through that video. So as for multi-targets, we start off with Pain FR generic 80%, and again Astos tops the chart. His highest hitting is his LD with 15 million, and his S1, S2 and EX easily deal above 10 million, meaning that he bests every single character that is currently in my list right now. So at number 2 is Anna's LD. So Anna LD is single target. Her EX is multi-target. So why is her EX not listed here but her LD is? Well, to break it down, Anna's LD has 8 HP dumps, EX has 8 HP dumps, so they actually deals similar damage. Anna's EX has the advantage that it deals more brave damage, so it's easier to cap using Anna's EX, while it's harder to cap using Anna's LD. You need more support in order to make Anna cap. But Anna's LD 8 HP dumps and you add a launch in it, then all 8 HP dump will be boosted due to wall damage by 20%. While if you use her EX, only 4 HP dump will be affected by wall damage. So in that case, it makes Anna LD hit way harder than Anna's EX. So if you are fighting 2 enemies, should you use the EX or should you use her LD? Well, LD on one unit, then LD on the other unit. That actually deals more damage than using her EX twice. But if you can nuke more than 2 times, then by all means EX LD LD or LD LD LD. It really depends on the run. So at number 3 is Aerith BT. So Aerith BT hit really hard, and it's just slightly below Anna's LD. So Aerith BT is 7 HP dumps and at the boosted HP damage limit up due to it being a BT. But the thing with Aerith is, without the correct support, she's already a support, so it's unlikely that you bring another support to support her. And given in that scenario, she will not cap on all her HP dumps, so she will have a lower damage. But if you bring character like Sarah or Penelo, then she will cap. Or even Quina, right? So if you have Quina, everyone's cap. So she will hit the hardest she can, making her the 3rd hardest AoE nuker. And at number 4 is Baltier. So just to tell you, one of the reasons that I made this video is actually to highlight Baltier's capability. So Baltier is at number 4. His FR is 5 HP dumps compared to other FR, which is usually 4. So that already makes him hit harder than most other FR. Then with his BT effect, he gets 4 HP dumps AoE. So again, that increases his damage. So you notice that most of everyone here, they are top because they have follow-up attacks that complement their original attack, make them hit really, really hard. But the thing with Baltier is that his FR is also instant turn, make it much easier to function as a nuke. So if you are using other character, let's say Anna, you have to set it up in such way that she will have consecutive turns. So you can use Pain to do that, you can use Luna Freya to do that. But with Baltier, you don't exactly need to do that, because his FR is instant turn. You can just press it twice and then nuke it down. Then the 3rd time you can use his LD, which actually hits really, really hard as well. But if you have characters like Pain in the party, then he can even chain FR, or you can start with LD, free turn into FR, resetting the consecutive turn, then LD again, then FR again, then LD. You can have 5 turns in a row with Baltier doing insanely high damage, making him a really, really good nuke to have. Then you have Jill. Jill FR is at number 5. Okay, so she has follow-up attack, and her follow-up attack happens twice, making it hit really, really hard. Then we have Struggle, LD and EX. Both his LD and EX have same amount of HP dumps, but they are slightly different, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of the HP damage limit. So there's a small difference there. And what specifically I want to mention is Rex. So Rex is not in the list technically, but I put him as special mention there. So if you look into Rex damage, he actually tops Anna Crow's LD damage. Okay, that the reason why I did not put him in is because during his turn, his follow-up happens pre-turn, so before his actual turn. Then during his own turn, then you use his skill, right? So in the context of what I have mentioned before, that if you want to blast the enemy down to several threshold, like bypassing several threshold, you can't really do that with Rex. Okay, because Rex will do his pre-turn attack, and that might already trigger the HP threshold. So now during his turn using FR, but the HP threshold already happens. Okay, so I don't see myself using it as much in that specific scenario. But if you enter summon, then that's a different story, because during summon, usually enemy do not trigger their threshold. But because some do, just like Hell House, they does trigger their whatever nonsense buff during summon or in BT phase. So in that case, Rex will not be a very good nuker to bypass threshold. But nevertheless, Rex is still a very, very strong character, a very, very strong DPS character to have. And he have a generic, not to say generic, but probably a ultimate weapon that a lot of people have, which is short sword. Okay, while Baltier uses gun, which is actually quite difficult. okay, compared to the other characters here. Like Astos and Anacro is unique. Aerith is staff, and Struggle is staff, which kind of a lot of people have that too. And Jill is sword. Okay, so among this character, Baltier has the least favorable weapon. Okay, and now for if we give the character 50% HP damage limit up, that kind of changed the positioning as well. Well, just going back to Rex, he still tops the chart in the context that we were talking before. But if we remove him out, so number 1, okay, technically number 2 is Aerith BT at 9.9 million with 999 HP damage bonus, then it will be 99 million. Then we have Baltier at 9.6, then Anna's LD 9.6 as well, very close to Baltier's, but Anna is not affected by that 50% HP damage limit up. Now it's affected. So if you are in GL, you are using it with 50% HP damage limit up, it is affected, but in JP, once you get her BT, then it doesn't really affect her that much anymore. Then Struggle, due to having more HP dumps, now goes above Jill at number 5, and Jill is now at number 6. Okay, so that pretty much concludes the video. And if you do like nuking strategies, do watch out for these characters and pull for their kit when they are released. So thank you very much for watching this video, and yeah, do subscribe to my channel. Thanks.